Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. In today's video we are going to get into some foreign coins. These coins come to you from the great country of Netherlands, and we have a 1 cent up at the top here, a 5, a 10, and a 25-cent coin. Now in this video I'll move these aside and zoom in on just one series at a time, but just want to kind of show you all of them in one big shot at the beginning. So as you can see, the 1 cent coins and the 5 cent coins at the top right here are made out of a different metal content than the 10 and the 25-cent coins down at the bottom. These 1 and 5 cent coins are made out of bronze compared to the nickel coins that we see down here. Now, some general facts about the Netherlands. You're probably aware that their capital city is Amsterdam. As far as area goes, it's a very small country. There's just 16,000 square miles, so that ranks them 131st in the entire world as far as area. Their population is 17 million, and their GDP ranks them 28th in the world. Now I'm going to move these aside, and we'll start at the bottom right here with the least valuable of the coins, and watch as we zoom in so we can get a good shot of these right here. So we have the 1 cent coin. We've got one on the left that's dated 1958, and then one on the right dated 1970. So this series was made from 1950 until 1980, just like all the other ones that we are going to be talking about today. As far as the production amount of this coin goes, the highest year of production was 1966 and 1967. In 1966, they made 104 million. In 1967, they made 140 million. So they were really cranking them out in 1966 and 1967. As far as the lowest mintage of production goes, that will come at the later years of the coin. So 1976 up until 1980, there were 15 million that were made each year. Now I'm going to move this one aside. This one's actually in better shape. So as far as the design that we see on the back right here, we see the denomination, the big 1 right there, cent, and that's divided by the date. Pretty obvious as far as the design details go on the back side of this coin. Now we flip it over. Now this is a common theme that we'll see throughout this entire coin series that we look at. So I'll put these two side by side. This is the 5 cent coin that we'll talk about next. So what we see on the obverse right here is a portrait of Queen Juliana facing the right. We also see lettering going around the outside, which translates to Juliana, Queen of the Netherlands. So we see that lettering going around the outside. It's a little easier to see on the larger 5 cent coin right here, which is why I brought it in. So as far as the size of this coin goes, it has a weight of 2 grams, it's made out of bronze, and it has a diameter of 17.1 millimeters. This coin was demonetized. It was demonetized 1987, so you can no longer use these coins that we're going to be talking about today. Alright, that's the 1 cent coin. Now with a different design, we have this 5 cent coin right here. And I've got one 1970, 2 that are 1971, and 1 that is 1977. Let me just zoom out a little for you. Alright, so as far as the size and weight of this coin goes, it's still a bronze coin. It weighs 3.5 grams though, so increased by 1.5 grams. It's got a diameter of 21 millimeters. This coin was demonetized February 28th, 2002. So I kind of misspoke earlier saying that they were all demonetized 1987. This one was demonetized right when they switched over to the euro coins. As far as the description that we see on the back right here, we see the date right here as well, divided in the center again by the denomination. So we see 5 cents right here. As far as the mintages for the ones that we've got in front of me right here, in 1971, there are 25 million of these produced. 1970 featured 22 million of them. In 1977, featured 50 million of them. The highest year of production was the last year in 1980, in which there are 252 million of them that were produced. So about 250 million of these were made the final year that they had them, 1980. Now they switched over to another coin, and you were still able to use this coin after 1980, but then 2002 you were no longer able to even exchange it for money, as it was officially demonetized. And now let's roll into the 10-cent coin. Actually, I'll just pause a little bit. We already looked at the obverse of this side of the coin right here. It's the same design as the other ones. So this one has the same design that we've been looking at on the obverse. However, it's made out of a different metal content, and as you can see, it is much, much smaller than the 5-cent coin right here. So here's a 5-cent coin, and then here is this 10-cent coin. This 10-cent coin was made out of nickel, has a weight of just 1.5 grams, and a diameter of 15 millimeters. The obverse remains the same. We see a portrait of Queen Juliana facing the right. We also see lettering going around the outside that says Juliana, Queen of the Netherlands. And since the 10 and the 25-cent coin have the same metal content, might as well bring that in as well. So here's our 25-cent coin that we'll get into next. And back to these 10-cent coins up at the top right here. As you can see, the date is once again being divided by the denomination. So we see the denomination right here, 10 cents. We see a crown at the top. And then we see the date. This one is dated 1979. This one is dated 1964. So 1979, 120 million of these were made. 1964, there are 41 million of them made. So these are very small coins. That's the most noticeable feature about these ones right here from the Netherlands. And the final coin in the series, this 25-cent coin. So you can see the design is the exact same from the 10 to the 25-cent coin, and the design on the obverse is the exact same as well. So it seems like they just duplicated it, except made it a lot bigger. Now I've got 5 of these right here, so $1.25 worth of Netherlands coins. Let me bring them all into the frame. We have our first from 1980 in the series, so we'll get that into this shot as well. Adjusted and focused as well. So what do we got for dates? So we've got a 1954, then a 1971, 72, 77, and 80. As far as the production amounts on these, the 1954 is actually rather rare. There are only 6,400,000 of these ones that were produced. In 1971, we get up into a little bit higher mintages of 40 million. 72, we had 50 million. 77, we had 55 million. And then 1980, the final year of production for all of these coins that we've been looking at today, there were 159 million of them that were made. So this one right here, the highest mintage out of all the 1, the 5, the 10, and the 25-cent Netherlands coins that we've been looking at today. Let me quickly bring them back into the shot so we can get a nice little recap. We had the 25-cent, the 10-cent, the 5-cent, and the 1-cent coins from the Netherlands dated 1950 until 1980. Thank you very much for watching. If you're still watching at this point, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, everyone, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy!